6, 7, 8.
Gundamu.
Gundamu.
Welcome back to another episode of the Federation Fuck Force. We're here today to talk about Mobile Suit Gundam. In this episode.
And other mobile suits.
I forgot my notes. I fucked
Nathan
up, boys.
is a big nerd and he took detailed notes while we were watching.
I can summarize it. People got fucked. Amuro got punched. He had a little bitch fit. There was like double the pedophilia of normal anime.
No.
Okay.
I didn't catch that part personally.
You didn't.
No.
You didn't catch the part where the woman's like, I want to fuck Amuro?
It's no big deal. I've simply taken a liking to you, that's all. Isn't that reason enough?
Well, Hey, kid. It's quite a thing to be liked by Haman. It's a compliment.
Okay, yeah, that part.
The
sure.
fucking like
Fair.
married
But
40 to 50
listen.
year old woman. It's like, I'm gonna bang that 15-year-old boy.
Most anime is worse than that.
Not in this.
Unfortunately, it's mostly worse.
Yeah, so these episodes of,
Listen, she's
Of-
3,000 years old.
I can put my penis in there, you can't stop me.
Wow!
Bits are already
You got
getting
it on
cut!
camera!
So, yes, these... Wait, let me actually sit down before I start talking again. Yeah, these episodes of Mobile Suit Gundam that we watched tonight, the show is continuing its string of not being horrible.
The animation
Okay, yeah.
did get a little better.
Yeah.
That was one thing
It's
we
still
noted.
so much better than the first 5 episodes.
Yeah, and we got to see the coolest character in the first series of Mobile Suit
Yeah,
Gundam.
that commits tactical suicide.
I do believe I wrote
Yeah.
commits seppuku.
Yeah, he fires off what looks like a smoke grenade and then
But it's
jumps
a
out
real
of it.
grenade.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just smoked for a bit, and then he jumps out.
Explodes. And then Amuro tries to catch him, I think, because he lands in the mobile suit's
Yeah, I'm
hand.
gonna want to like save him.
Amuro's like, oh shit, and then he just blows up.
So, before we actually get into talking about Gundam,
Yeah.
I actually wanted to ask everyone, go around the table, introduce everyone who's here, because I do it every episode. Who fucking knows? Anyways,
Nobody cares. You guys
So-
can go watch the previous episode.
yes, to my left here, we've got the venerable, the sexual, the beautiful, Shaden Wadesh. As always, my faithful co-host, who did not watch last week's episodes, even though he wasn't here.
And he said he was going to.
I
He
love
said
that
he
you
was going to.
introduced me like that right after I told you my friend found this show and is gonna judge me for it.
We don't have a bit of usable footage yet.
To my right, we've got occasional co-host, guest host, Rhiannon. I'm not going to say her last name.
Thanks.
Yeah, Shaden said I could for his.
I have no
Yeah,
shame.
my last name is unusual, so it would make me immediately identifiable.
Yeah, can I give you a fake last name?
No. You may not.
Ramstein.
Rhiannon Ramstein.
Yeah, sure, that works.
To my right, we've got my guest host for this episode, Rhiannon Ramstein. As you might notice, there's not quite as many people here this episode as there was last, but that's because a bunch of people are punk bitches. Also, we don't know where Aiden is.
Yeah, Aiden just didn't show up. Chris has the flu, so...
Like, I
thank you,
literally
Chris,
talked
for
to
not
Aiden
showing up.
earlier this week when we went and hung out on, like, Friday. And I was like, hey, man, you
Like
coming to
2 days
Gundam?
ago.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah. No, Thursday, I went and hung out with him, and he was like, I'm coming to Gundam? And he's like, yeah. If he shows up in the middle of this recording, he's just going to have to sit down and listen to us. I'm not going to let him leave. And of course, in the dead center, star of the show, creator of the show, director of the show,
Now known
editor
as
of the show,
God.
producer of the show,
Everyone loves it when people do this, when the credits are just like, writer, Nathan Pink.
director, Nathan Pink, executive
Editing.
producer, Nathan Pink.
I did it all.
You know who to blame though for the horrible fucking quality.
Wow.
There's only one name you get to blame.
It's true.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm Nathan. Nathan Pink.
Yeah, we
Welcome.
got that.
Welcome to my channel. I realize I don't think in the reviews I ever actually say my name. I think I just say, hi, welcome back to a Gaijin Reviews.
Yeah, You're
I'm
a
the
Gaijin.
Gaijin, and as always, we're gonna be talking about a fucking movie. So why are you such a dick? I hate you. So anyways, we sat down, as we do every 2 weeks, and we watched Mobile Suit Gundam with our friends. Other people were here. Dominique told me to give word about his opinions of this round of Mobile Suit Gundam. Let me just, can I have glasses? His opinion was...
There's nothing written on the paper.
Yeah, it's blank.
Gundam is... Dominique's report...
Yeah, they're dirty.
Dominique's... No, they hit my ear funny. Now I gotta do it again. Dominique's report is... Gundam's pretty good. He likes it.
That was the third take.
There's nothing written on the paper.
That's why it was so fucking hard. Why I took so many takes. Look at my fucking papers coming out.
Ah, it's because you're too excited about Gundam.
I am.
I'm
So,
gonna read your notes.
fuck you.
Okay.
The notes are for me. I'm gonna help us jog our memories. So, as we always do, we watched 5 episodes of Mobile Suit Gundam.
We did.
Yeah,
Here's what happened in this week of Mobile Suit Gundam.
that's already been established.
That's how I feel. That's how he makes me feel.
Look at this fucking nerdy ass boy trying to throw holes into his wall when he's upset about things.
He gets
Nice one,
incredibly loud.
Kyle. Yeah, you're gonna read
Good
your fucking
content.
notes?
Good content.
So-
You're gonna read your notes?
Sayla's like, hey, I'm gonna be one of the boys pilot the Gundam.
Look, Gundam is... Job, who is the pilot inside of Gundam?
Miss Sayla, special orders. Isn't that the case?
There's no special orders.
And she's like, I took dozens of simulations of the Gundam.
And then she just
great.
fucks it up.
Catapult is engaged and I'm all set. I'm launching right now. Ah! I thought I'd mastered it when I went through the simulations. I didn't expect this kind of G-force.
And then there's G-force. She's like, oh shit, the real world has G-forces, and then she almost vomits.
Dude, G-Force is a good movie. Don't shit on it.
Is that all you got?
Ready to go for the record?
Maybe this would be a good time for you to take your medication.
I'm gonna put a clip from G.
But anyway, she's my hero because when she gets back, Bright asks her,
Hey, did you pilot that Gundam just to prove women can fight as good as men?
And then she says yes.
Did you need to prove something? Did you need to prove to us that a woman could fight as well as a man? Was that the only reason?
Yes.
I thought you were smarter than that, Sayla. I really did.
And he's like, that was fucking dumb. You proved not. In fact, you did damage because you immediately fucked up. She got Gundam's foot fucking cut off by the goof.
This
The
your
guff.
toe beans cut.
That Zeon mobile suit is not an easy opponent. Sayla, please fall back.
The Guff.
The guff. The guff. This is where we actually hear the guff's name. And they wouldn't stop saying guff.
Yeah, they said it like 4 times in 3 sentences.
Yeah, and
It's
you're
a
like-
nightmare. I was like, please stop.
Entering those figures from the Zaku won't do any good against the new Guff mobile suit.
And it looks like he's called in Rambaral's Goof unit to attack the White Base.
I wish we had 3 goofs as well.
Well, I think the prisoner called the mobile suit a Guff.
Which one's the strongest?
It's the new mobile suit in the center, which is called a Guff.
Goof. Goof, huh?
I just picture Goofy saying it every time.
Guilty. This is also an episode where they capture the soldier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had a really weird name. It was like Curzon?
We've been getting nowhere with this guy. Listen, Ensign Kozun Graham.
Calzone?
Calzone.
Yeah, he's Calzone now.
Our boy Calzone.
Nice sea hail.
No!
It just don't do that. That's a bit better.
Third take, again.
You're wearing a fucking Destiny jacket so a girl on a bus sucks your dick! It's true. That's literally this fucking guy. This fucking guy gets this jacket, and he's so fucking pumped to wear it on the bus.
I ordered this jacket in May, okay?
It's gonna be me. Okay, fine. You didn't order the jacket for this reason, but then between when he ordered it, when he got it, he rode the bus and he saw a cute girl wearing a Destiny hat on the bus, and he's like, if she sees me wearing my Destiny jacket, she'll come up and just be like, "Oh, Shaden, that jacket's so sugoi. Makes my Kokoro go doki doki. Please, pomp, Kimochi, what's this sticky stuff on me?"
You were the fucker that showed me that.
That's Did I show you pomp?
God.
Yeah, Sailor got put in jail.
She got sent to the brig.
Yeah.
3 days, and she's like, "That's fair."
You'll be disciplined like anybody else. 3 days in the brig should do. All right?
Yes, I think that's fair.
Ryu, take her.
Yeah, she's like,
Took
yeah,
it
that's
very
cool.
well.
I'm gonna jail for 3
Amuro
days.
later goes to jail, and he does not take it so
Oh no, he
No.
whines like a little bitch and he gets punched out.
Hey, Ryu! Kai? Ryu? You'd understand why I left if you listened to me. Let me out! Mirai! Sayla! You don't have to put me in here! Mr. Bright, please, let me explain! Ryu! Sayla! I have things I want to say.
Yeah, Sailor's basically just like, I understand why I'm being locked up, and I think that it is a proper response to the actions that I did. Whereas, like, literally 2 episodes from now,
Everyone's like, no, I don't want to go in there.
I'm the only one who can pilot the Gundam.
No one
You
gets
all
me.
suck.
I'm not a child. Don't steal my toy.
that's what Amuro sounds like.
Yeah, it's good though. People start giving him shit. Like that one guy is like, you're being extremely conceited, thinking that you're the only one who's able to pilot.
Oh yeah, Ryu is like,
and then
you're...
he punches him.
Listen up. Why do you think I went out and risked my life for you today?
Because without me, you can't fight.
Don't be so stuck up. I only risked my life because we wanted Gundam back.
If that's the case, then I wouldn't mind packing up and leaving for good.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I mean, why not? We don't care about each other anymore, right?
Huh?
I guess you really mean it.
Just fucking cold.
Across the face.
Get in the order. You're making it hard to edit these clips. Okay, but that's fine. I'll deal with it.
Is it fine?
So in episode 17, Amuro is still practicing the midair connection.
Laser searcher synchronized. 5, 4, 3. Releasing Gundam B module.
Core change, go for docking.
Which is a shot that they reuse in every other episode after
That's
this.
really confused
It
us.
made us so fucking
They start doing that in the recap instead of the like history of the entire world.
The
like,
Zeon Federation in the year 2372.
It's 0079.
It is 0079.
They say it like every episode. Oh yeah, so this is the episode where Amuro is like just doing some bull. He's like literally watching old animation cells play out, and he's like, oh, and Kai's like, what are you doing there, Amuro? Jerking your own penis, you cock?
You're really into this, aren't you? What are you doing?
I'm just drawing up different combat simulations, Kai. We've captured and checked out the Zaku. We've discovered a lot about its specific capabilities. What I'm doing is integrating those numbers with Gundam's data, then testing them. And if it works, I can create more accurate algorithms.
Yeah, but entering those figures from the Zaku won't do you any good against the new Guff mobile suit.
I've increased its performance by about 20% to account for that.
Well, that's pretty clever of you, Amuro.
Kai sucks so bad. He just sucks. He's the worst person.
It's like Amuro, like, what? You're studying that? You're so smart. Fuck you, but you're so smart. But I hate you, but you're smart. And then half your humor is just saying the words "jerk off."
And the other half is saying his balls are so hard they're going to explode. We're all used to it by now.
It's like your only brand of comedy is involving
This is gonna be
the male genitalia.
In like 5 years, they're gonna make a down the rabbit hole episode about how creating this show caused you to go on a descent of madness because my friends just keep fucking making fun of me. This is the episode where Amuro's just like walking along, and then the little girl pops out with her titties out, and I'm like, oh fuck!
Yeah,
the FBI's coming.
Yeah, the fucking little girl's like, oh my god, there's water spraying everywhere.
Oh,
and
that's right,
like,
and then Amuro...
I'll fix it. And then he sees a bra and he's like, oh god, what is that thing?
Oh, I'm coming!
there's a bra, and he's like, oh, it's a nightmare.
Oh no, femininity, I can't handle it. I'm 12. And then he's like, can't Mirai fix it? And Mirai's like, I got soap on my hands. Oh, I can't do anything. My tits are out. Yeah. And everyone's like, okay, I guess I'll come in.
He's like, I'm coming in.
Mirai, come fix the tap.
What's wrong, Kika? Kika?
I was washing my clothes and it won't stop. Help!
Please don't go, Amuro. Could you fix the tap for us?
Sure. I'm coming in.
And then he walks in, he's like, what's happening? She's like, I don't know, the tap just came off. And I'm sitting here going, that's not how fucking taps work.
And he's like, where is it? She's like, it's in the sink somewhere.
Yeah,
so like fucking just reaches in and grabs, like, fucking found it.
Well, you know, her giant chicken wing arms are too big and unruly to fit into the sink.
The fucking leukemia arms.
He manages to screw the tap on while water's spraying out of it, which you can't do. It's not possible.
Thanks for your help, Amuro.
Dude, water pressure is nothing. I don't know what you're talking about. God.
What's PSI? Fucking
PSI of like 2? Huh, bitch.
more like PSI of boo. Oh yeah, this is where prisoner starts to escape.
Yeah, and then he goes up to fucking Awa Sakura, fucking. But yeah, and then like the fucking prisoner's like, yo, you're Zeon because you asked about Char, your brother. You want to come escape me? She's like, no. And he starts fucking screaming like, yo, he's trying to get out.
He's escaping.
And he's like, oh, you fucking bitch, I tried to help you.
Hey, kid, you're really a Zeon, aren't you? If you want to escape, I can take you along with me. What do you say?
Well, I'm sorry, but I think you're mistaken. If you are escaping, then I'll scream.
What?
The prisoner is escaping from his cell over here!
Why, you?
Somebody, come quick! The Zeon prisoner is making a run for it!
And then he like runs to the communications room.
Yeah,
And then
like,
she gets let out.
Get on the signal.
And they're like, wow, we know the prisoner's escaping. Why is there a random person in Communication Terminal 2?
Someone be in the number 2 communications room?
What? That room should be empty.
The comm circuit is open.
Let's check the monitor.
The video circuit's been cut.
Then will you shut off the master comm circuit?
Sir.
Great.
No, because like other things are happening. Like there's a battle going on outside,
and Amuro inexplicably like Bright is like, here's the orders, and Amuro's just like, we're gonna do some other shit.
Yeah, Amuro, Bright's like, oh yeah, Swordy in Gundam, and Amuro's like, I'm gonna take Gun Tank, and Bright goes, okay, wait, what?
Amuro, launch Gundam immediately.
Roger, I'm ready to launch now, Mr. Bright. I may do a mid-air conversion as well. Please have the gun parry ready if I need it.
Roger. Mid-air conversion? What do you mean, Amuro?
Hey, are you sure it's a good idea, Amuro? You could get into trouble for this. Now, don't worry. I'm sure I'll be able to explain this to Mr. Bright. We'll launch now.
It looks like the gun tank has been launched. It's Hayato and Amuro.
What? Why isn't Ryu with them? What are those guys doing?
He's like, okay. He like looks to the side. He's like, wait, what? Like, there's a fucking weird ass pause.
Yeah, it's very strange.
And then he's like trying to give orders to Amuro as he's like fucking up this battle out there. And then the radio comes on. Some guy's like, prisoner escaped. He's like, what the fuck?
It looks like the gun tank has been launched. It's Hayato and Amuro.
What? Why isn't Ryu with them? What are those guys doing?
Bright!
Ryu, where are you located?
The prisoner's just escaped from his cell. Sayla has just informed me.
What?
And then they so there's some actual like pretty okay like action moments in here, like when Sayla's gonna shoot him and he like hops over the thing.
Oh yeah, and he like fucking kicks her in the hand. I did a punching motion there.
Yeah, and they like fight over the
kicks
gun.
the gun and it gets knocked over and she's
There's
like, oh, I'm gonna grab it. And then he's like running around the corner.
Defensive attack time. Go, Haro.
There's also a lot of
no.
classic anime exerted sex sounds. Yeah, I feel really bad for any voice actor who's like sitting in a booth and like, what do I do now?
Oh, just make sex noises.
Just be like, oh.
Why? What's the context? Oh, you're fighting over a gun.
Yeah. So Gundam still continues to have the problem in the action scenes where like the individual scenes look okay, but they're very wildly disconnected from each other.
Yeah, it's clearly
and
like
then
a bunch
the
of
backgrounds are the most weirdly choppy.
Oh yeah.
That I never noticed until today.
Yeah, I've noticed this entire time. Whenever the characters are moving, the background animations, they don't loop. They just like cut back to the beginning of the animation cell.
If our source is correct, we should be able to intercept the Trojan horse very soon.
Because they didn't like draw them properly to loop. So then the prisoner's about to escape, and Sayla's like trying to shoot like a blast door with like a pistol, and the guy's like, "That's not gonna do anything. I'm gonna get out of here." And this guy just comes out of nowhere and is like, "Oh hey Sayla, let's shoot the door point blank with the rocket launcher. I'm gonna do it." And then the fucking guy tears out Calzone. Just it's a great shot of him just going.
They're like, well, we couldn't have predicted that happening.
Just what I need. Where's the prisoner? Sayla!
He's in the airlock! He's gonna escape!
I'm sure it's strong enough to hold against a lousy gun. Hey, Sayla, step back!
Oh.
Good, they're here.
He's like,
I guess that just happened.
And the guy's like, "Oh my god, I killed him." And Sayla's like, "Don't worry, it's not your fault." I'm like, "No, it's quite literally your fault. You shot a rocket launcher."
Point blank at him, man. You're like, I don't understand.
Sayla, I...
Don't feel guilty. He was just unlucky. It could happen to us.
And then on the ground, Amuro switches. I believe he switches to the Gundam, doesn't he?
I don't even remember.
No.
He flies back up into White Base, gets in the Gundam, and goes back out and finishes the battle. And then afterwards, Bright's like, "Amuro, you stupid fucking idiot! Stop doing the opposite of what I say!"
Like, "You're not my dad. You can't tell me what to do. I'm gonna leave."
I asked you to launch in Gundam, and you disobeyed my order. We could have all been destroyed if the enemy had been a bit stronger.
But it's a fact that Guntank is more effective than Gundam when attacking a ground fortress.
Yes, maybe in theory, but the Gallop joined in.
Yeah.
An officer is necessary because a soldier cannot foresee every strategic move. Never ignore orders. That's insubordination.
But Bright...
And he's like, "No!"
Actually, he was like, "I'm gonna go to bed." And then he sneaks up and he like, goes in. And they're like, "Oh, Captain Bright, someone got in the Gundam." And they're like, "Oh, who could that be?"
No, there's a moment before that I want to talk about. It's when Ambrose just like laying on that balcony, and Mirai and Bright come out and just don't notice him, and they start being like, "Bright, what are you gonna do?" "I'm probably gonna kick Amuro out of the Gundam," and he's like,
and Amuro's like right there, and they're just like, "Oh, let's just talk about this without looking around anymore, or just using my peripheral vision to see Amuro standing right fucking there."
I can't really agree with you.
Job can do it. I really want to know what you think, Mirai.
Well, he may be young, but that doesn't make him unqualified.
Maybe Ryu should pilot Gundam from now on.
Then you've already made up your mind to take Amuro off Gundam?
Mirai, I want us to agree. It's important.
Huh? Amuro!
And then Amuro pitches a fit, despite the fact that relieving this 50-year-old from being in every fight ever is probably a really
nobody really wants to fucking kill the Zeon!
No, he doesn't want to kill anyone though.
But he wants to kill, he's incredibly bloodthirsty at this point.
Oh wait, yeah,
Then
he does
he
just
runs
kind of...
away and then he annihilates a whole mine.
And then he gives one guy water, so because he's like,
yeah, it's all good.
You're morally checks out.
Huh? Who are you?
I was just passing by. There should be a rescue crew soon. Zeon or Federation.
But the great moment is, there's this great shot where Ambrose just standing up and the camera just slowly zooms in on him like, and then he goes,
Oh yeah, he just starts fucking crying.
And he runs away, and Bright's like, oh, fuck.
So you heard us.
Yeah, and then he runs to the Gundam and sees
so then he, at first we thought he was just gonna run away, because he's like, whatever, I'm just gonna leave, because he runs into Fraw in the hallway, and he's like, I'm going, and Frow's like, can I suck your dick before you go? And he's like, God, Fraw, fucking get out of here.
Amuro, where are you going?
Hey, I've decided to leave White Base now. Take good care, Frau.
What?
Yes, I'm leaving.
What's the matter?
Bright and Mirai say I'm no longer necessary as a crew member here. So I'm leaving the ship.
Hey, wait a sec.
Don't stop me.
And then immediately it's like, burp, burp, burp. Someone's taking the Gundam.
I'm like, who could that be? It's
There's a great
like yeeting on out.
It's a great shot of just like this still image of Gundam just floating through the darkness of the night, and there's that little smudge, yeah, little smudge, so you can see where the animation cell is.
Mr. Bright, Gundam is launching. Come in, Gundam. Who's on board? Come in.
What is it?
And then, of course, I made a joke about cum. It was a cum stain. Yeah, it was there. They understood.
Yeah. Well, and then I said that it was because they never go home. He hasn't been home for 16 days, so he just had to jerk off.
He just jerked off to go. Wow. Had a really sharp chest pain just there.
Oof, don't have heart.
What if I died on camera? Would you still post this video if I asked you to?
Yeah, that's how it get views.
Thank you, thank you.
Be like a real artist.
Yeah.
You want to get popular after you die. Makes such a bad joke.
So the thing is so Bright's basically like, Amuro's immature and a child and petulant and dumb, and we probably shouldn't give him so much responsibility such as piloting the Gundam. And then to prove Bright wrong, Amuro immediately pitches a fit and just steals the shit and runs away.
Yep.
Then that was episode 17.
Yeah, and then 18. He like goes to the fucking town.
Yeah, he hangs out in this town.
He puts the Gundam down. He puts like a blanket over it and goes.
It just lies down.
It doesn't even cover the full thing. It's like 3 blankets. One's like over the chest. One's over one leg.
Yeah.
The other leg is still out, and one's over like an arm. And then there's like a Xeon ship that comes above, and it's like, oh man, he's like looking, he's like, oh, I need to hide behind this pillar so they don't see me on the ground here, and the Gundam's just fucking sitting right there.
And the thing is, we like get shots later on in the episode that show how short the buildings are. They're like all maybe 1 story tall. So like Amuro didn't even go to parts of this abandoned city where the buildings were tall.
No. He just fucking planted the gun there and went, oh man, they definitely won't see this.
He almost shoots Frau in the
stuff on him.
This is also the episode where we learn that like Frau and Amuro are the fucking worst. Because Frau's like, wait, what are you gonna do to Amuro? And they're like, well, he committed a crime. We're probably gonna lock him in the brig and punish him. And they're like, no, you guys don't understand. Amuro's he's got a huge dick and he's a big.
Well, to be fair, she reacts badly when they're like, well, he did desert, and the punishment for that is killing him.
But then they also go, but we're not gonna do that.
They're like, we're not gonna do that.
But she's like, no.
Well, except for Kai's like,
yeah, Kai's like, we're gonna fucking kill him.
We should just kill him.
Kai
He's
just,
only
pulls
saved my life like 18 fucking times.
Pulls out his revolver and he's like, I'm gonna fucking shoot Amuro when he comes back, and I'm looking forward to it.
I'll shoot him when Amuro comes back.
And then he twirls the gun and it just falls apart.
Yeah, he goes to like spin it to look cool and it just fucking falls apart.
The thing is, he is looking cool until like, when he's like playing with it. And, like there's that cool shot where the cylinder's out and like the faces are framed in the cylinders, in the chambers.
How long do they expect us to sit around here wasting our time?
Kai, there's no way we can go anywhere until Frau comes back.
We just have to tell her where we went and she can catch up with us. Not a problem.
They say Central Asia is a neutral region, but actually the place is full of Zeons. We can't radio our destination. They'll intercept.
Self-love, you got it. You gotta give yourself a little love. You know?
It's the only kind of love you get. How dare you feel good about yourself?
I'm so I'll stop.
In
Your
this
friends will always
economy?
be here to bring you down.
Thank you. So Amuro, Frau basically just yells at everyone and then steals a car to go get Amuro.
It's a shame. Amuro must have left this base thinking he's a real hero.
But I can't see him anywhere. He ran away.
Fraw Bow!
And everyone's like, Frau, stop! She's like, fuck you!
Yeah, she goes to find Amuro, finds him, then she goes back, and then she goes to find Amuro again. It doesn't make a ton of sense.
Yeah, and then he's like, okay, I'm leaving. And then she's like following at his heels, and he stops and she like almost rams into his fucking
No, she
heels.
does!
I'm getting a metallic reading at 2 o'clock.
Why'd you have to stop so suddenly? Don't you know it's dangerous?
Why won't she just go?
She crashes into his foot and falls out of the front of the car, remember? And she literally looks up at Amuro and goes,
He's like,
Amuro!
why do you stop so suddenly?
And Amber's like, shut up, Frau, fuck. And then Amuro finds a mine where Cassilia?
Redheaded hot girl.
Yeah.
Where is it?
Xeon lady.
Hot redhead shows up.
Who's that?
We usually get about 2 grams in a ton. Just as we'd anticipated, this mine is a very good solium deposit. With another 5 mines like this one, our forces will...
It's not only about solium. It's important we prevent the Federation from getting a hold of any precious resources, not even a gram.
Which the note before that was, Amuro and Frau suck. So they just yell at each other the whole time. And there's a great part where she's like, fine, just go off in the desert, I don't fucking care. And he's like, I will, I'm doing great. He does 2 bad comebacks to her.
See ya.
Aren't you going to White Base?
I think you'd better head back up to the ship soon or you'll get sunstroke.
Sooner or later, you're gonna regret this.
No, I won't, because I'll live my own life from now on.
Pig-headed.
No, I won't regret this at all.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
what
then
is
he's
the
like,
one-
he sees
I think it happens later in the episode, but she drives away, and then he, like, an awkward pause later. What does he say?
Oh my god, I didn't plug in my laptop. Give me a moment. He just turns to her and says, your mom gay. Rhiannon, can you run over and just tap my my touchpad on my computer? Thank you. I just want to make sure that it doesn't shut the fuck off.
Okay, yeah, so Amuro now arrives at the mine, and he's like peeking over the edge of the cliff while in his Gundam. And he's like looking at it. And then fucking bitch McGee, what's her name again?
Fraw Bow.
Fraw Bow. Fucking like peeks her up. He's like, don't do that. You'll get seen. You're too easily
And he's in this
visible.
giant mech.
He's in a giant fucking mech.
And then Frau...
That's bright white.
Would you stop making so much noise out there, Frau? There's a Xeon mine over this ridge.
Really?
No! What if they see you?
Cut it out, Amuro. What do you think I am, a klutz?
Yeah.
And he's like,
most
oh,
visible
you tiny little person, you'll get seen if you peek your eyes over it.
And mess up my cool plan where I'm a cool action hero.
And Frau's response is like very realistic in that she's just like, what the shut up, Amuro. And she goes to run forward and he puts his hand down in front of her and she like
pries
opens
open the...
Oh yeah. And then
Frau's
she
actually
does
the strongest character in the show.
She's incredibly strong. But she does do the weird anime sex moves as she does that. She's like...
Look at that.
Listen, I watched a lot of Zone when I was young, okay? That's the reason I started watching anime. I saw a good Fooly Cooly animation that he did, and I was like, what's this show? And I watched Fooly Cooly.
Wait, so you watched hentai first and then anime?
Moving on, moving right along. So
He's
then
a
Amuro...
Big pervert.
Is that sadder?
Yes.
Okay. You can cut this bit right now. Like you don't have to continue this.
No, the people
we finished it. And then you went, okay, let me just clear some things up.
Let's just
I
make it a little
didn't
worse.
just watch hentai.
They're 2D titties, the best kind of titties.
I do prefer 2D women. That's why most women I date are quite thin. Because I'm like, Almost. So Amuro then kills everyone at the mine because he's like, I'm gonna blow up this whole mine on my own, and everyone's gonna think I'm a huge hero.
He like yeets his shield into like a turret thing. So
Yeah,
goes,
he
and he
dives
fucking
down.
swan dives into it.
Blows it up.
Yeah, he fucking blows up the main command center, and the redheaded girl fucking yeets out.
And she's like, blow up the base. They can't have any of the resources.
Yeah.
The game's over. Destroy the base before our secrets get out.
But we still have several men posted around the area.
I don't care. This is a matter of national security.
And then he gets in there, he's like, oh my god, my full frontal assault that was completely indiscriminate with all the explosions I did destroyed the data?
Yeah, it's like,
And then he reads the piece of paper, he's like, radios are dead. This wasn't even the main base.
Base
I went
number-
into it with 0 info.
102.
Yeah.
This is no good. All data systems have been completely destroyed, so we can't find anything out about this base. Number 102 mining facility. This base is the number 102 mining facility? Then after everything I've done, all I've actually destroyed is one of the many mines operated by the Zeons? I don't understand. I was positive that this was the mine Admiral Revel said he wanted to take out.
That's number 102.
Yeah, and he's just like, this is pussy shit!
And then he goes out and sees a soldier that's like looking at his wife and going, oh, I'm
He's
dying.
like, I'm gonna die.
And he's like, oh man, I'm just gonna go hold this pipe of water and carry it over to you, and somehow it doesn't all leak through my fucking fingers.
And then Amber gives him his fleshlight.
Yeah.
His pocket pussy.
Who are you?
I was just passing by. There should be a rescue crew soon. Zeon or Federation.
You made a joke while you were there. You're like,
have one last wink before you go
Last
out.
time we're gonna get to come.
And the guy's like, oh man, if you were a Federation soldier, you shouldn't do this for me because you
Don't
need
go
to be
soft.
hardened.
and then Shane was hoping that he would shoot Amuro in the back.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Hey, you.
Huh?
If you said you were the pilot of the Federation mobile suit that leveled this base, I would find it incredibly hard to believe. If you are the pilot, I suggest you don't go soft on your enemy. You don't have enough lives for that.
Just fucking end the series right here.
So then Amuro just walks onto the desert. Now the next episode began, and this is where we were again confused because again the training sequence starts up again.
Yeah, it opens
Also-
up with the training sequence. So I'm like, wait, so Amuro just magically arrived back in the fucking base at some point?
Yeah, but then it's like Amuro will never get to train like this.
I'm like, this is some Star Wars
Will
Episode
Amuro
9
ever
shit.
come back to train
You know what it
like
makes me think of? It makes me think of the line from Scott Pilgrim where the girl ex.
Knives Chow?
No,
the fucking
Ramona's
lesbian
ex.
ex.
Yeah, the lesbian ex. When she's like dying, she's like, "You'll never be able to do this to her." It'll be funny. It'll be a funny joke. People will laugh. People will click like. People will click like on the video. So then Amuro's walking through the desert, and then he licks his lips sexily. He's like,
A campsite.
He just leaves the Gundam somewhere. We still.
Oh yeah, they
He
don't
just
show
buries
us.
it in the desert.
They don't show us that though. Do
It's
they?
just no. Just the episode just starts and he's walking.
It just comes in on him walking. I'm like, so did he leave the Gundam at the mine? I thought he left the Gundam with fucking Fraw Bow, and she would take it back, and he's like, I don't want to be part of this anymore.
No, it's he's a huge piece of shit.
He buried it in the sand somewhere in this fucking desert.
How long do you think it fucking took him to bury the entirety of Gundam in the sand?
It's like 2 days.
It makes it seem like he did it in like 10 minutes.
Yeah, because the only shot of him unburying it is uncovering its leg, and then it's just there.
If that goof mobile suit shows up, the gun cannon and gun tank are finished.
Amuro!
There's no way I can use the beam rifle on them. I need my ammo to fight the goof.
Yeah, the thing was covered in sand. That's a big fucking mech.
Maybe he like drove it. He piloted the mech to like dig
Just
itself.
fucking like shoved it into the ground.
Yeah, it's just laying on the ground, just like bringing sand over top of it.
like when you're at the beach
Like he's
and you're
playing
like
fucking Nightcrawler.
But he has to leave like a little hole for his cockpit, and he climbs out and he just starts kicking sand to the hole. He's like, fuck, there's not enough sand up here. So he finds a camp and he goes inside, and this is where he...
Oh no, yeah, he finds
it's
a camp
It's
first.
a neutral town.
He goes in there and he goes to like get some like water and food because he's in a desert without any
He's a
supplies.
thirsty ass boy.
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
Dude, he's going for the beef picks, going for the bathwater. So he wants that free OnlyFans
Because he like bites into his bread and he's like.
So he wants that free OnlyFans subscription.
You want some free OnlyFans subscription, boy? You want some e-girls? Got the hookup? Got the hookup, brother? Oh, okay. So when he gets there and he's hanging out, and then like a bunch of Zeon comes in, and this is another episode where it goes out like it's a great way to like humanize the Zeon forces because Rambo Ral shows up, his wife Haman shows up, and a bunch of other soldiers show up. And then she's like, we're going to order all this food for everyone. And then they're like, oh, honey, you're ordering too much food. And she's like, oh, give it to that boy over there.
Eat whatever you want. It's the last meal you'll have before the big mission. Sir.
Mission?
Our town is, Sodan is considered neutral territory, sir. So no combat.
Don't worry. We'll do it elsewhere.
Well, you don't have much here. We'll have 14 of whatever you can do.
Yes, ma'am.
An extra one?
One for the boy as well.
You'll come like you won't believe. Okay.
You'll come just like that soldier Amuro said.
You should be all about this. All about the sex posse.
It's true.
Yeah.
We're more feminist than fucking Stellar.
We're more feminist than Sayla. We don't know what Sayla stance on sex workers are.
True, she may be a
She
fucking
is in the late
swerf.
70s, so
Yeah.
Don't be a swerf, kids.
There'll be a swerf or a turf.
No turfs, no swerfs.
So yeah, so Amuro goes there and he's like, no, don't give me food. And then straight up,
like, I'm not a beggar.
Rambo Ral's wife is like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna mince words, I'm gonna fuck you.
I don't know how to say this, ma'am. I do appreciate your generosity, but I just can't accept.
No?
I'm not a charity case. There's no reason why you should buy me anything at all.
Well, the kid's got you there, Haman. He's pretty sharp.
It's no big deal. I've simply taken a liking to you, that's all. Isn't that reason enough?
Well,
Hey, kid. It's quite a thing to be liked by Haman. It's a compliment.
He's right, the goddess of fortune smiles only once.
You're a lucky kid. You wear that? Very lucky.
A man's gotta count his blessings.
Yeah, she's like, oh, that 15-year-old right there, he's looking hella fine. Says
her
me, the
husband does make
married,
that
like,
joke.
40-year-old.
Her husband's like, he's
And the husband's like, oh, he's
You
a
should
bit
fuck
young.
my wife.
He's a bit young for you, isn't he, my dear?
Yes, perhaps.
I need an adult. I need an adult.
I am an adult. He's like, oh, he's a bit young. She's like, yeah, I know. And he's like, oh, okay, cool.
No, when he comes
like
over,
the fucking beta cuck he is.
Amuro,
And then-
no, do not call Rambo Ral a beta cuck. He's the fucking coolest.
And then all the soldiers right next to her are like, dude, I wish I was that kid because I want to fuck my
I
commanding
would
officer's
slam the
wife.
shit out of Haman right now, but I can't.
Lucky.
And then Frau shows up and fucking spoils the mood.
How
by
is
being-
her name not the biggest fucking turnoff?
Haman?
Yeah.
No, dude, that...
Have you played Persona? Have you lost to a fucking 1% insta-kill when the enemy uses Hamon on you?
I was actually going to talk about the Hamon breathing technique in JoJo.
ば一体なんだあの波紋は。あんな形不自然だ。今から見せるのは君の痛みを消したエネルギーと同じもの。うわー！やめろ
Oh, that's
she'll make you come with the power of the sun. How on it you breathe and you power energy to you and you can punch with the power of the sun. Praise it.
More depressing.
So yeah, Fraw shows up and then,
yeah, she shows up and she's like,
yeah, she fucks everything up. He's supposed to get a free meal. He's supposed to bang the CEO's wife.
She has dick sucker lips too.
And Fraw fucking comes in wearing a Federation uniform, and they're like, "Oh, is that our enemy's uniform?" And she's like,
"Looks like our enemy's
uniform."
No.
To be fair, Rambo tries to be a bro, and he goes, "I don't think that looks like a Federation uniform."
And soldier's like, "No, it's a Federation uniform."
Lieutenant, I found a suspicious character.
Spy?
A girl of unknown identity.
She's just a kid.
Fraw!
This girl, she's a friend of yours?
Yes, she is. But this looks like a Federation uniform.
You think? Looks different to me.
Yes, I'm sure of it, Lieutenant.
So what do you think? Well, Hammond?
Yes, I would say it looks like a deer.
And then he's like, "All right, kids, get out of here." And he's like, "And then we'll follow them back to White Base because he's a smart guy.
He's still a soldier.
He's still, you know."
Yeah.
Hey, sir. I want you to follow those kids, Sagan. If they're Federation, the Trojan horse should be around here somewhere. Sir?
And then we thought Amber was just gonna steal Fraw's car and ditch her.
Yeah.
But you know, like the fucking get in loser, we're going shopping and fucking goes off.
You're the one who's mistaken. You were even caught by the Zeons.
Just who do you think you are? But Amuro?
Get in.
And then he jumps out, and that's when he does this fucking shitty ass comeback. And then she goes back to White Base.
Go back then.
And then he sees like the Zeon following her back to White Base. He's like, "Oh my god,
how
we
could they
just
do
led
that?"
them back to White Base. This totally isn't the super obvious thing that they do."
Yeah, and then the Guff. The Guff shows up, and Kai goes to fight it, and it was very satisfying to see Kai get immediately fucked up.
They're right over here.
Oh yeah, Kai lasts about a solid 2 seconds, once again. Then Amuro fucking comes in and saves him, and he's like, "Fuck you, Amuro."
Yeah, he's immediately like, because at first Kai's like, "Oh god, I'm gonna fucking die," and then Amuro shows up and goes, "You're a cuck, Amuro," and he just pieces out of there.
I see that Gundam Mobile Suit is back. Where exactly did it come from?
So, Amuro, what took you so long?
Then we get the actual pretty cool sword fight, where Amuro does a sick move where he cuts off Rebel Rowell's.
Hey, he's coming! I knew it!
Yeah, and then Rambo fucking just goes like, "Oh, it's you, the kid from the fucking restaurant."
And then Rambo
fucking charges
and
into
grappling
him.
hooks onto the Gundam and just swings through his
No,
legs. It's
not
amazing.
only does he grappling hook onto there, while he's hanging out of the mech, he basically just goes, "You're a shitty pilot. It's
Yeah.
on the mech."
What's he?
Very impressive. But remember, you couldn't have won this battle through your own strength. Don't forget that you owe it all to the mobile suit's abilities and nothing more.
You're a sore loser.
He just fucking calls him.
He's like, "Your victory is not your skill." In
I
fact,
should Photoshop the image from Chaels gets trolled, but put Amuro's face. Oh, that's also where we get the moment where Amuro's running with the shield, and it's just the mobile suit head.
It's just the head and the fucking beam saber behind him.
Just doing this, and they just didn't want to animate anything. There's also a really cool moment when White Base is taking off, and Zaku comes up behind it, and the thrusters turn on and just like shred the Zaku apart. Looks
that was pretty cool.
It looks pretty cool.
Engines full speed ahead. Hang on for dear life, everyone.
Oh no, it can't be.
No, Stet, you stupid fool!
And then we get a fucking guy that pilots gun tank. He's fucking trying to leave in the buggy. And he isn't moving as the buggy is like shaking.
Yeah. It's
so
shaking and
he's
like
standing still there.
Thanks, Ryu.
Leave it to me. I'll drag them back if I have to.
There was a lot of animation errors, despite the overall increase in quality.
Yeah, the stuff looked more on model than it usually does, except for when the Goaf was running in that one scene where it's like really stocky and
short.
Oh
my god, yeah. And it's like
yeah, we get to see the clip twice.
And Amuro's like
yeah, and then there's that great like 2-frame animation of the mobile suit like walking through a computer display. It's like literally like it's like a fucking NES game. So then we're actually like we're on fucking episode 20. We're at the end of the episodes. So this one.
Isn't there 40 in this series?
No. We're at the end of this episode's episodes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right in the middle, in the thick of it.
But like, there's like in these episodes, there is definitely more of a feel of like a plot occurring because Ramba Rao is like basically the antagonist of all these episodes. Like he shows up in every episode. Yeah. Because like the problem with the first,
his arc ends.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the problem with the first 10 episodes is that they're kind of aimless.
Yeah.
But like now they like actually say like kind of a goal that White Base is heading to. They need to go to that place to set up for
There's a particular
Odessa.
day, Odessa, yeah.
Odessa Day. Yeah. So in episode 20. This is when they're told like don't move until we activate Odessa Day.
Activate Odessa.
The decryption isn't wrong, is it?
No. It says don't move until we activate the Odessa Day. I checked it several times.
Yeah, I do. Which I'm like, okay, what the fuck do you mean by that?
You gotta like go to the calendar app and be like,
listen, the translation's a little bit rough. There was one point where the subtitles said no, and the voice acting was yes.
Yes, but that's because the question was framed differently in the English dub.
It was still quite funny.
These fucking mixed signals.
What's going on?
So basically, Sayla and Bright. This is actually my favorite moment in the entire show. Sayla, Bright, and Mirai are just chilling on the bridge on like these big pillows, and they're literally like basically just having a cuddle puddle to the point where a soldier comes and goes, "Oh, I can go if you guys are doing stuff."
I heard their commander's name is Ramba Ral.
Yes.
Unless we do something, he'll get us soon.
I know we're vulnerable, but operators Marker and Oscar need to get some rest as well.
Yes, I know you're right. Those two could very well be the hardest workers on the crew.
Hey, do you have room here for one more? You've mended the children's clothes already? All finished. You're pretty devoted.
Oh, permission to enter, sir?
Yes, of course.
Excuse me, it's about Amuro, Mr. Bright.
And Bright's like standing in like a sexy pose, like, come in.
Come on in, join.
Come in. Sit. There's room here.
Do you want to have a cuddle puddle?
Maybe you? Yes.
No homo.
Full
big
homo. A giant homo. Still straight?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my god, so sorry. So
you better be.
So basically, they're all hanging out, and then Ramba Ral is like, we know where White Base is. We're gonna do a big attack. So then they get in these things that they call the QEs. This is where they're like the DOMs.
Yeah, the DOMs are coming in.
The DOMs are coming.
Oh, dude, I can't wait for these DOMs.
The DOMs are a big and heavy unit.
It's a message from Admiral Dolzel. Lieutenant Ral, it's being relayed by Captain Makuve, sir.
Well, it's good news. Haman, they decided to send us 3 DOMs, land-based mobile suits.
The DOMs? Those are the heavy mobile suits?
Yes, dear. We're moving out. We'll begin a full-scale attack on the Trojan horse as soon as we receive the DOMs.
Big, heavy DOMs will come in and say...
DOMs do look cool.
With their lack of aftercare and their complete disregard for personal safety.
As Jason pointed out, that's a bad DOM. They don't do aftercare.
Yeah, they don't do aftercare.
Bad DOM.
Unfortunately.
It's what they need in the war, though. Terrible DOMs. Also known as every cis-white DOM.
So then...
Got him.
So then, what happens is they do like a pretty cool attack. They send Zaku's to just attack the base normally, so they'll scramble the
and
mobile
everyone's like,
suits.
oh my god, yeah, the Zaku's are attacking.
The Gallop moves in front of the Trojan horse, and with Gi and Zaku, they act as decoys. Then we come in behind with the Kiwis.
Gallop, we're within their range.
Main guns, fire!
They're here!
Port side guns! What are you doing? There's a Zaku! Fire!
Mr. Bright, I'm taking off in the Gundam, okay?
Thanks, Sayla. There's a Zaku on the left. Get some altitude so you won't be a sitting duck.
Launch!
Yeah, and then they send these like really
Zaku's are
weird
attacking.
tanks called Kiwis.
The Kiwis?
The Kiwis.
Which all I could think of was like fucking Quap and just hitting Kiwi to try and not.
Well, I can
try
only
and
think of
run.
Kiwi like New Zealand. Like
Piss
New
off,
Zealand's
ghosts.
attacking us.
Oh no!
Piss off, Zeon.
Piss off, robot.
It's not even close.
Fuck you,
It's
you
not
little
even
cuckster.
close.
So anyways, they come in, they jetpack onto the base, and then we get like a combination battle that's on the ground with the mobile suits and like people shooting each other with guns. There's actually blood.
Yeah, there's blood.
And like a bunch of people die, and it's like it's actually really kind of cool.
Sir, 2 tanks approaching us from behind.
What?
Commando tanks known as Kiwis.
What? We can't let them board the ship.
The Trojan horse is escaping. Commence firing, now!
They're launching an attack from behind, Mr. Bright.
Ryu, Kai, those who can fight, proceed immediately to the aft. We're going to stop their penetration while we can.
Marker! Oscar, do you have sidearms on you?
You bet! Yes!
If they weren't trying to take over White Base with the Kiwis, the Gallop would be hitting us harder right now.
Commence the attack! Right, charge in where there's less fire. Clamp unit, go!
We're done for if those guys get inside.
And then Rambo
Watch people
Rao.
die. It's pretty cool.
Rambo Rao like
I'm
kind
a
of
fan of people dying.
Rambo Rao kind of fucks up and like the plan doesn't quite go the way he wants.
Yeah, because he goes in and he's like winning. And then he sees fucking Shawarma, whatever her name is.
Oh, Sayla! And he's like, Princess!
And he's like, Princess Zian, or whatever the fuck.
Did I write her name? I don't think
I think it started with
Casselia,
an A.
isn't it?
It started with an A, didn't it? It was like
Oh,
Anne.
it's...
Yeah, Cassilia's the other one.
It's, I'll look it up.
And he's like, oh, Princess, whatever. You'll fucking see. He'll edit it.
Yeah, he's like, I knew your father. He worked with my
Just
father.
dub
and
over
then she
my
has a
voice.
flashback. 'cause apparently
Princess
Artesia. Thanks for that.
Cut those wires over there. It's the main bridge control circuit. Sir! Your Highness, Oh yes, look at you. I'm sure you are. There is no doubt in my mind you are Artesia, all right? How did you end up here? Do you remember me at all? My name is Ramba Ral, the son of Jimba Ral. He served under your father when Zeon Daikon was leader.
And then she's like, ugh! And then somebody just shoots him?
Yeah, no, yeah, because then he's like, why are you doing here? And he's like, you remember me, right? And she's like, oh, I remember you picking me up as a child. And then fucking gun tank pilot, big Thickums boy.
Yeah, Ryu.
Yeah, he fucking shoots him. And then Ryu gets fucking shot.
He gets shot, he falls
and then
over.
she's like, fucking rabble-rouser, stop this shit.
Here. Sailor, stand back!
Stop it, Ramba Ral!
Wait, Your Highness!
And then he like closes the door and he calls his wife and he's like,
so I fucked up.
He's like,
it's a big failure.
Oh, this is also when Sayla's allowed to pilot the Gundam and she actually doesn't fuck up.
Oh yeah, she actually like she does some good shots.
Yeah, she blows that Zaku head off.
Listen, Sayla, you need some distance to aim better. Jump backwards. Right. Gotcha. Yes. Sayla, excellent.
Fucking headshot.
Pretty good feminism.
She played a lot of
Winning
Quake.
Again, you swidges pushing your agendas. And
yeah,
then,
the switches.
Rambo Rao basically calls his wife and says, "Sorry, honey, I gotta die because I fucking lost." And then he like walks back. He's like, "You're gonna see how a real warrior dies." And then he pops what we thought.
He fucking kills himself.
Contact Holland.
Sir, I have the frequency.
Retreat. Just get out of here. The mission's a failure.
Dear?
I'm sorry, Harmon. Take down the Trojan horse. Fire with the gallop, my dear Harmon. In the middle of a fight, Rambo Ral forgot to fight. What you should know about Artesia.
What's happened to you, dear?
You have fought splendidly, but now you'll see the ultimate fate that awaits true warriors. Now I want you to watch closely.
He pops a grenade, and then the shot where he jumps off is kind of goofy, and then he explodes.
So far, every shot where somebody follows a distance is pretty goofy because they don't change the animation. It's just the same model, like turning and falling down. Like when the lady fell off the top of.
Yeah, she was like.
But he's like, this is how a real warrior dies, and he only kills himself. Not.
I mean, to be fair, wait, guys, that is Japanese, like ritualistic suicide, seppuku.
But like, if you're an enemy,
that's to retain your honor.
If you want to like die like a warrior, you die killing the enemy.
No, but then you might get a wound on your back, and that's dishonorable. Come on, guys.
Just take some of them out with you. I'm with you, Shaden.
Yeah, like he's like, yeah, I'm gonna.
You could have done some damage.
I'm gonna.
He wanted to die on his terms. I will say, I am bummed.
Dying on his terms would be killing the enemies with him. That's like completely on his terms.
Yeah.
I guess you're right. He should have popped that grenade and just charged that.
Yeah, he should have fucking like jumped on him.
But that might have been a little dark for a kids show.
They had blood in this episode.
This is when I'm like, the censors have stopped paying attention. They're like, yeah, we know what Gundam's like.
Whatever.
I do like that in the moment where he's having his dramatic speeches, this is this doofy shot of Gundam like, hey bro, what's going on?
Oh yeah, is this fucking standard actor like,
yeah, what's going on?
This fucked up your plan, kill all your friends, what are you gonna do?
And then
Amuro tries to catch him, but like,
yeah, and then
has
he
a grenade,
blows up
so
in
he just
Amuro's
blows up.
hand, so like, good fucking
and then Amuro destroys the Gallop, I believe it's called, the tank.
Oh yeah, he fucking yeets the trident out.
Quickly, eject the bridge!
He loves throwing his fucking weapons away.
Oh yeah,
it's his
fucking,
favorite fucking thing to do.
Yeah. Wait, he has a gun, and then he's like, oh no, I can't use the gun.
It's like, I have one shot left, let me just throw it away.
Check it.
And
then
then
just drop it, he throws it.
Yeah, he throws it away. So when he throws the spear through, Hamon gets away.
Yeah, because she fucking ejects out.
Yeah, and then she's like, I'll get revenge. And then
I'll get you next time, guys. I already used that joke. Fuck.
Yeah, you have. You literally have. I think maybe even more than once now. And then Amuro stands on the bridge of the White Base, having at least somewhat restored honor in his name after being a fucking fuck for like 4 episodes.
Ramba roll. Harmon.
Quietly. Easy does it.
He has a real Shinji moment.
Does your patch say RAR XD Nuzzles?
It does.
That's his username.
Nice. Because then I can make my character a fucking kitsune.
So,
What?
Fox.
What?
So he can...
Weeb.
Yeah, right? I don't make my characters kids names unless they give me the option to.
Alright.
I modded it in.
So, now that we've gone through the episode, said what happens in it, yucked, yipped, gapped, gift, goffed, gaffed, you know.
Flabbergasted.
I'm having a stroke.
You sure are.
What's that burnt toast smell?
What did you guys think of these episodes of Mobile Suit Gundam?
I thought they were a bit less interesting and had a bit less variety than the previous batch. I like the one with the island, because I think that was kind of
Like fun and weird. So that episode, the reason it was in Japanese is because that episode is not included on the DVD, on the US released DVDs, nor was it broadcast here. And apparently the director of the anime didn't want it in. I don't know why. I probably will do more research and get into that next episode. But I only realized that while I was reading the names of the synopsis. Right before we started.
So this is like 15. There was a blank for like the American version.
Yeah.
And then like the next episode was 15.
Yeah.
It was actually 16 for.
As always, everyone. Okay. So they weren't as interesting as the last batch because they weren't as varied. But I mean, I think that's kind of good because like these batch of episodes didn't seem aimless. They had a very focused point to get.
It was a very focused arc.
That's true.
Like,
and that is better, because it's true the earlier episodes did suffer from just kind of being like, okay, we're still in white base, there's some Xeon, and we gotta defend against them, and I guess that's what's going on.
I also felt that these episodes, the battle sequences didn't feel as just shoved in, because in past episodes it always felt like, oh, it's a show, it's an action show, you gotta have a fight scene, you gotta have a battle sequence.
They got
in
to
this
like
episode.
15 minutes in out of 20, they were like, oh shit, we gotta do some fighting.
Yeah, like these episodes, the battle scenes felt like they had more of a purpose to happen and more of a reason. But yeah, I guess this was less varied because in the last few batch episodes, we had like the episode with the plant the bombs on and he takes them off, and the beach, the island episode, and but I think this.
Yeah, and the episode where he met his mom, like there was more like different characters being introduced.
Stuff was happening, but I like that we're like taking a look at a more focused plot, and that we have like a hint of something that's going to come later. You know, Odessa Day is like a thing to like. What's that going to be? What's going to happen? Hopefully we'll meet actual other Federation characters other than just Matilda, who shows up every now and then.
Yeah.
Fraw Bow is a fucking simp. She is, like, Amuro is mean to her. He doesn't want to fuck her. But she's just like, oh no, but Amuro's so good and he's so perfect and I love him. And then when she shows up, he's like, Fraw, fuck off. And she's like, I love you.
He doesn't care.
And then she's like, you just want to fuck Matilda. And he's like, yeah.
She's like every fucking Tumblr person that fell with Fenris in fucking Dragon Age 2.
So Shane, what did you think of these episodes?
They were pretty good.
Yeah. How are you guys actually feeling about Gundam overall so far? We're almost halfway through the show. Like basically some point next episode will be halfway through the series.
Right now, to me, it's still kind of like B-movie enjoyment.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like I watch this the same way I watch stuff like Thanksgiving. Where I'm just some of that, like the voice, like the writing is sometimes just like
it's
the stupidest stuff, and it's hilarious.
And it's unfortunate too, because like the voice actors aren't bad. They
deliver some stuff really awkward.
Well, it's because some of the dialogue's really fucking awkward.
Yeah,
I mean, because they're trying to match lip flaps and shit.
Yeah,
which is like the big problem with a lot of dubs is that like they try to match lip flaps, so you can really fucking throw it off.
That's true.
We also talked this episode about just everyone again pleaded with me, begged me to just watch the compilation films of the first series, which is 3 movies, and then we could be done.
Watch the third movie. We're like halfway through.
We could have just watched 2 movies. We could have been dumb. We could have been on fucking Zeta right now. When you say it's really fucking good,
I hear from many people that it is like the show gets good and starts being like good then.
I like how he's like absolving himself of responsibility
in case it's bad.
No,
so
somebody I respect the opinion of did say it was good. I was about to say like, have I ever actually heard that it's good? But yes, I have. I heard that it's good. But like, part of the reason the show exists because I wanted to watch all of Gundam and I wanted to get like really into knowing things about Gundam and knowing what all the mechs are called and all that stuff. Originally, I was going to do this by myself, but then I arbitrarily decided to invite friends along. So if I was going to suffer alone, now I will suffer with you. We're not suffering. We're having a good time.
No, it's fun. It's fun.
Well, everyone, thank you for joining us this week to talk about Mobile Suit Gundam. In the comments, tell me what you thought of this batch of episodes if you're watching along.
Yeah, do the watch along.
Do the watch
It'll
along.
Be
It'll be good times. As always, you can go follow me on Twitter link down below. Thank you, friends, as always. I wanted to say last time, it is genuinely, it genuinely means trying to be real right now. It genuinely does mean a lot that you guys actually come out every 2 weeks to do this. I didn't think anyone would. I thought like after the first week people would just not come, but the fact that like I can have an episode where 7 of my friends show up, it feels really good to know that people actually like me. So thank you. Is that too real? Is that too real for you?
Far too real.
Are you too much of a fucking zoomer? Too fucking ironic to have that real emotion? I banged way louder than I did.
Alright, I'm out of here!
Alright, have fun, have fun.
I just want to be quiet and watch you try to fill the silence.
Yeah, it's fun sometimes. Oh, good show, good episode. Good night. Bye, Shaden.
Bye. I'm Amuro, thirsty for water.
Amuro, 振り向かないで宇宙の彼方に輝く星はアムロお前の生まれたふるさとだ覚えているかい少年の日のことを暖かいぬくもりの中で目覚めた朝をアムロ振り向くなアムロ男は涙を見せぬもの見せぬものただ明日へと永遠